Hello and welcome to From the Heart Friday. I'm Jessica Brigden of Jess B Creative Cardiology. I want to thank you for joining me today. So I put out something a little different on my blog or on my Facebook page, and I asked you, my viewers, if there was anything in particular that you would like to see in one of our From the Heart Friday sessions. And I had a couple of requests. So what I'm doing today is I'm actually taking a couple of those and combining them and hopefully creating some projects that you'll really enjoy. So I'm taking the See a Silhouette Designer Series paper with all of its wonderful watercolor pages and images, and it actually looks like somebody had used the watercolor crystals to make the designs. So I'm pairing that paper with the Varied Vases stamp set, and of course that has a coordinating Vases punch as well. So I see I've got somebody watching. Hi there. So I'm comparing the See a Silhouette paper with the Varied Vases stamp set and punch because Janelle had requested the Varied Vases bundle with some bright paper, and Margaret had wanted to see something with the See a Silhouette paper. So I thought it would be fun to kind of pull them together. I don't have a project in mind. I've kind of got a couple of sketches I've been looking at, but I thought we'll just kind of see how it evolves. So I want to just thank you guys again for joining me. We are on session 7. I can't believe that we've been doing it this many Fridays already, but I'm having a lot of fun with this and kind of playing and seeing what we create here in just about 20 minutes. So I'm going to flip the camera and we'll see what happens. All right, so bear with me here. I'm going to flip it. Hey, Pam from North Carolina, good to see you. All right, so you can see my sign here. Let me get my camera stand doing what it's supposed to. I do need to figure out a better way to do this, but we got the stand, we got this. All right, it's kind of hard to do this one-handed, but let's see what we get there. Okay, for some reason this one that I need to bend is not bending. There we go. Okay, so get that out of the way. Now you can see my logo. We can see I've got my hostess code for August 2nd already. I can't believe the summer is just flying by. But it's ZYU6HRHW. So if you are in the US or one of the US territories and would like to place an order, then go ahead and use that code. All right, so I said I'd be using this paper. There's so many different designs in it, but of course, like all of us, we have this beautiful paper and then we end up with all kinds of scraps and things, and we're like, oh goodness, what are we gonna do with all of these? So I've got a bunch of them here because they're too pretty to throw away. So I thought what we would have a little fun doing is actually using the vase punch here. You can see them. Does a few different sizes. Let's make some vases for our flowers. So I'm gonna just kind of throw these in here and see what kind of designs we get. I do like that with the red. This one's kind of cool. And then let's see here, something like that. I made this one. You guys see those? All right, we need another one here. Maybe I'll do that on the edge of the paper. We'll get some yellow in there. All right, so I've got 3 there. Although these are kind of cool too, so we'll cut a bunch and see what we can get. Looks like if I do it this way, I can get a few. So let's see here. I'll play around and see if you guys can get the vision that I'm going for. I thought with this being kind of the watercolor look, hopefully if this turns out the way I want, and then this has a red background, so those will be kind of cool. Maybe I can intermix them a little bit. But I thought especially these pattern ones. Has anybody ever been out to the Chihuly Gardens out in Seattle, Washington, where the artist Chihuly, he does amazing things with glass. And so the whole garden, and there are a few live plants there, but all of them are made out of glass. It's absolutely amazing. So I thought with these watercolors and things that we're going for, that it looked a little bit like maybe some of Chihuly's glass designs. All right, Pam, thank you so much for sharing my video. So I'm going for, this looks like more of the poppy. There's a whole bunch of colors in this paper stack, and I love that Stampin' Up does print those on the back for us. So we've got the blackberry and the curry, daffodil, some pink and the flirty flamingo, mango melody, mossy meadow, navy, olive, Pacific Point, poppy parade, real raspberry, rich raspberry, and whisper white. So let me see which, I've pulled a whole bunch of colors. And if we're going for maybe the yellows, the reds and the yellows to start, see which of these, let me pull them out so we don't have the glare from the packaging. So this is the poppy, and that's the mango. And then we've got some real red here as well. And then let me lay out our pieces. Let's see which ones. So I definitely think for that dark red vase that the poppy works best. Maybe the poppy and the mango. And some of these lighter ones, I think I do like that paired with the real red, with maybe some of that Pacific Point contrast there. Okay, so I see some things taking place here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my card base from the real red, just cut the sheet in half. Okay, let's see what I did with my bone folder here. Okay, got a circle. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and fold that in half. And then I actually like the pop that the mango makes with that. So I'm gonna take a scrap, I have a scrap piece here of the mango that I'm gonna use as a base layer. Hey Darla, how are you? I heard you are not feeling so great this week and the doctor has put you on bed rest. I hope you feel better soon. All right, so I'm gonna cut this a 1/4 of an inch smaller. So I'm gonna go with that at 4 by 5 1/4 here. And then I'm going to need a layer of whisper white as well. So we'll do that at 3 3/4 by 5. So I'll get that cut. Okay. All right, so we can see a card starting to take shape. I'm going to use my snail adhesive and go ahead and pin down this layer. And before I glue down the whisper white, since we've got some, this is turning out to be a bit of an artsy card here. So I'm going to take the layered leaves embossing folder and add some texture to this layer first. And because this is one of the textured, the 3D folders, then we do want to use the 3D embossing plate with that so that we get the right impression there. Okay, so this, it's nice because the leaves are kind of going all over the place. You don't have to line it up super straight, but I'm gonna stick that in my big shot. Remember, it's just the base plate with no tabs. And then we'll run that through there. Okay, so I'll do this first. It's the amazing thing about embossing. Okay, oh, this side looks really cool too. I think I'm gonna do the bumpy side up. Okay, go ahead and stick that on there. So nice and bright. It's a hot August day here in New York. Beautiful weather. I'm sweating here making this card because I didn't want to turn the air conditioner on out here while I'm creating because it's so loud that you then couldn't hear me. So let me take some dimensionals and get these vases ready to pop up. I'm gonna have to see which way I want to go. And then I'm going to, again, use that scrap of white, cut a circle. This is the 2 1/4 punch here. Because I do need something to stamp my flowers on. All right, let's see. We've got bright, so let's go with the poppy. I think that would be a good image for this. All right, so I've got my, oops, a little bit of goop on that from the last time I played with it apparently. Let me get my foam mat because with the photopolymer stamps, they don't have that rubber cushion. So you want to give yourself a little something so you get a really good impression here. Now I want this poppy just front and center. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp that first because then it doesn't matter if I stamp it crooked or anything because then I can put the vases right on. So what do you guys think? Should I do the red and then the different variations here? Should we go all red? I mean, that looks kind of cool too. Although I don't think it's as much contrast as I would like. Or we could do all zigzaggies. All right, let me put this one. I think I like the red popping out from behind, so I'm going to put my dimensional there on this one, just right smack in the middle. Okay, and get this. I want to be able to put the others on somewhat straight. Okay, so we've got that going first. All right, Darla says she loves it. Good. All right, so love dimensionals here. Want lots of dimension popping things up. And you know what? Since we're using dimensionals, it really doesn't matter if they come off of the circle. We can just make our own little landscape here. All right, so this way I'm pulling in both the colors, and this one's got a little bit more red. Looks like my bottoms are fairly close. What do you guys think? That looks pretty cool, huh? I think I kind of like that, but it almost, well, let's see if we color this. So I used poppy. I'm gonna grab my blends here. I've got the light poppy, and this is, that's real red. I want poppy. Okay, the light and the dark here. So I'm gonna start with the dark, just this fine tip, and I'm gonna do my center, and then I'm gonna go right around the outside. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. I love the blends because it doesn't matter if you're an artist or not, that kind of makes them all look good. And you know what, since we're mixing some of the mango, oh, that's daffodil. I don't want daffodil. I've got some dark mango melody. I'm gonna try that. Let's color that in here. And then we get kind of that fun blended orangey yellow. I'm gonna do that. That kind of pulls in both colors. What do you guys think? I think I kind of like that. I don't know. Sometimes less is more. I think I'm gonna go with that. That adds some nice contrast down there. All right. I don't know. You guys think I need? Almost feels like I need something behind it. Let me see. I don't know that I want to do a whole nother layer of cardstock, but I do have. I pulled out some of these, the pearlized doilies, which are flashy on one side and flat on the back. Let me pop out those little pieces. That could create just enough contrast here. It almost looks just a little bit too busy. So how about, all right, I think I'm gonna have to get my bigger circle punch. A 2.5, I think the size is retired though, but I'll grab that with the poppy. Here we go, slip that in there. Okay, and I think that will give us just enough contrast here. Lots of stickiness to make sure it's good to go. And then let's see this side. This side's shiny. I kind of wanted it down here, but I think I like it in the center even. What do you guys think? Right there in the center, kind of top center, or down here in the corner? Okay, I think I like it up there in the top. So I'm going to put this on with some snail, and then I'll go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back. All right, we'll do a little triad here. Oops. Get them to stick. So remember, if you comment and like and share and participate here in my videos, that next week I will do a drawing from all those who commented and participated. The center, all right, good, that's where I'm going with that. And I will actually send these cards. Send a card to somebody. Or if you know someone that needs a card, go ahead, you could nominate them and share the love. After all, it is From the Heart Friday. All right, so that's the first one. I actually think that turned out pretty cute. And let's go ahead. We had all these pieces from, all right, so that's the first one. If I can find the little vases that I had punched out previously here. I don't know about you guys, but when I craft, I go all over. So my house always looks like a bomb went off when I craft. I don't just stick to one area. I stand up and walk around and really get into it, I guess. Hi, Luann, how are ya? Hope all is well on this hot August afternoon. All right, so we talked about doing the blues and reds here for the next card. Wow, goodness, it's 20 after 3 already. It must be I have been talking too much. But I'm gonna go ahead with a Pacific Point base for this one. All right, so we'll do Pacific Point. I'm gonna do a layer of real red this time. So the first card I used Poppy Parade. This time I'm going to do real red. And going through my stash, it looks like I've already got a piece cut here to 4 by 5 1/4. I finally, after crafting here, stamping for over 13 years, we end up with lots and lots of scrap. So I've convinced myself that it was okay to throw away anything that's smaller than 1/4 of an inch. But I do, if I have projects or pieces left over from other classes or workshop, then I do save those layers and they come in handy sometimes. All right, here's our pieces there. And perhaps this time, rather than emboss the trio or emboss the layer, I'm gonna just go with a flat, just a flat whisper white, and that way I can, oops, I want 3 3/4 by 5 because this is the second layer. Helps if I measure right. All right, and so I'm not gonna stick it down quite yet because I wanna do some of these fun elements on here. Let's see what else I can come up with. So let's see. All right, let's stamp the solid image. See if I got a block long enough for that. I did have, but whenever you want something, you can't ever find it. Okay. All right, so I don't know what I did with my skinny little block, but I'm going to use this one. Hopefully, well, I'm going to make sure I get that on there straight. And I got to put my mat here. All right, so if you were mass producing, I'm just kind of stamping on the fly from the heart here. But if you were going to make a bunch of these and wanted to make sure that you were getting an accurate placement every time, I would definitely suggest the Stamparatus. So I'm gonna stamp this off the edge just a little bit. That's why I put this scrap here so I didn't get ink all over my foam mat. But I just wanted a little placement there. And then, oh, let's see, I'm thinking of doing that same, kind of a similar effect with these all lined up. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and put my, oh, the back sides, oh, those are fun. Oh, so many options. I love this paper. I really am obsessed with this because these colors are just too cool. But I think I want the blues. So we'll put a dimensional on the back side of each of these. And then have those ready. And, well, I had the poppies. I've already been doing those, but I really love the poppies. So I think we'll go ahead and stamp some more of those on our line here. And we'll just kind of see how they go. I'm going to do the first one just a little bit higher. That's gonna be my center piece. Okay. And then maybe, all right, I'm gonna use my scrap again. And we'll go just a little bit lower on this one, as well as kind of an intermediate level on this. Let's do that. Okay. All right, it looks pretty good. And then we'll go ahead and add on the vases. Oh, it's looking so cute. All right, love it when things turn out like they're supposed to, right? Oh, not quite. Not quite on that. Oh, did I never took the dimensional backing off? No wonder it didn't stay. Okay, I want that just a little bit closer. And you know what? That's what paper snips are for. Yeah, I should like the back pieces of those too. Well, guess what? I'm gonna just trim this. Boink. And then nobody knows the difference, right? If you didn't see it on the video, it never happened. Okay, so I've got those. Let me get out some blues, because we'll do maybe some blues and the reds and the yellows. And since I've got that like I want it, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. The less pieces to keep track of, the better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on here. And we don't actually have a specific point set of the blends markers, but I think the balmy blue. We've got some navy and some balmy blue. I think those will work out pretty good. That's the dark balmy, and then I've got the light. All right, so I'm gonna color all over, doing just a little bit different than I did last time. I'm gonna color all over with the light. I don't know if I want them all different. We're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna add some poppy to the center. I mean, that's the cool thing with flowers, right? Especially if we're imitating glass flowers. They really can kind of be anything you want. All right, so I'm gonna pull the light. Well, that was, no wonder, that was poppy and I was doing real red here. So I want the light of the real red. I'm gonna go all over with that. The cool thing too with these is we have the color lifter. So if it doesn't come out quite like we wanted, we can always go in and change things up a little bit. So this time I'm gonna do the blue in those. That'll kind of come out a little bit. That's not quite dark enough. Let me go with the navy, because then maybe we'll get like a little bit of a purple effect going on. Yeah, I think that's I actually like those the best. So we'll have to do a do-over maybe on that one, but at least we can see the different colors. We can always peel these up and do them over again. Let's go with the dark real red here. All right, so out of all these flowers, I think I do like the center one the best. I think those came out really cool with the real red and the navy. So I'll have to remember that combo here. So a couple different, hi Nancy, how are you? I think Nancy, you've been doing some traveling if I'm correct. And I've got a card that's in the mail to you, so yeah. Hopefully you'll get that soon. We'll do that, and then, well, I think I'm gonna change this up just a little bit. Let's do that one more time, and then we can definitely see what it looks like the best. So 3 3/4 by 5 is what this layer is going to be. All right, and then I will stop talking and let you all get on your merry way here. We're gonna stamp this off on a scrap. Okay, I'm gonna come down just a little bit further. Lesson learned from the first one. Okay, so we've got our row. Then we're going to do a little bit higher on the middle one. Okay, a little lower here. On the second one, oops, I got a little smudge there, so let's try to cover that up. And then I didn't quite go high enough on the second, third one here. So we'll try to go a little higher that time. And then, all right, I'm gonna actually peel these off, add some fresh dimensionals. See how that looks. Oh yeah, much better on that one. All right, peel this. There we go. Add that on the line. Okay, perfect there. And this last one, peel that off so it's not too thick. See, there's no mistakes in crafting, only creative opportunities here. Get those lined up well. All right, and then we are doing the real red, the light real red, all over on these. Doesn't matter if you go quite to the edges, it's fine. Okay, this is art, right? It's supposed to be fun, doesn't have to be, there's no perfection in art. And then we're gonna go in with the navy. This is the light navy, and add some fun centers to those. Definitely make them look like poppies there. Okay, I do like that best. And we need a greeting. You're simply the best. How about hope your day blooms with happiness? That sounds perfect. So go ahead and grab this. Okay, grab a block up. I've got some ink on there. That's why I'm wearing black. There you go, just wipe that on my shirt. I could never wear white in craft. And then I'm gonna do that right underneath. Hope your day blooms with happiness. Perfect. All right, with that, I'm gonna rip this layer of Whisper White off here. And then I can still reuse this card base now that we've got it like we want it to. All right, so that just about wraps up our From the Heart Friday here. We used the Sia Silhouette Designer Series paper with its watercolor looks for our vases. And we've got the Varied Vases stamp set and the coordinating punch here is our stamp set, and 2 fun cards. Yeah, sometimes we do get more ink on ourselves than in our papers than we do where it's actually supposed to go. But I think those came out pretty cute. I hope you enjoyed them as well. Remember to share this with your friends. And if you need anything or would like to pick up these items, go ahead and use my hostess code online. Definitely leave me any messages if you have a request for a product that you would like to see used in one of my future videos. Definitely drop me a line and I will see what I can do. So thank you guys so much for watching and From the Heart Friday, and I hope you'll join me again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.